Got Reilly Opelka with me. Huge win today against Alex de Minaur, guy who hadn't beaten on tour before in 5 meetings. Saved multiple points, break points in that first set. And then in that final game, take us through the final game to serve it out.
Yeah, a couple doubles put me into some trouble. I think I double faulted twice. And I was expecting him to really lock in and make me play a lot of balls, and he did. And obviously I came up with some good second serves, some good first serves, and could have easily gotten interesting there. We could have still been on the court, but really happy that I served it out in the last game.
This is a guy who was leading the tour in hardcourt victories coming in, and you take him out in straight sets. 0-5 coming in against him. What was the mindset approaching this match?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty similar to how I've been approaching my last few matches. I think just coming back from all my injuries, I kind of got away from my normal brand of tennis, trying to make the most of every tournament, and because my ranking's not as high as it once was and where I want it to be. So I think naturally the tendency for me is to play a little bit less aggressive, which is a death sentence for my style of play. So we've been really emphasizing playing aggressive and watching my older matches, and that's kind of how I used to play, and kind of live and die by the sword sort of mentality. And I think I didn't give him much opportunity to play his game today.
What older matches were you watching?
Some of my matches just from pre-surgeries, a lot in 2022 and 2021, and some of my really older, even in COVID USO Open matches. I played some good tennis at Cincinnati US Open.
Yeah.
So we've been watching as far back as those and just seeing a lot of differences between then and now.
I would even add should be as your ranking. I know you may not want to say that yourself, but listen, when you're at your best, you can beat anybody on tour. And today, I mean, that forehand was on fire. In your opinion, is your forehand one of the top 3 in the game?
No, no. I wish. I've been beating some good guys for sure, but I've been healthy for a year and I'm 73 in the world. The rankings don't lie. I've been playing every week. I've been healthy every week. And I'm at that ranking for a reason. And I've been losing a lot of second and third rounds. I haven't gone on runs. I made a final the first week of the year and a semi. These were at 250 level, but I haven't had a run at anything bigger than that. And, that puts you at number 73.
So what have you been working on in practice to get past that?
Just everything in general. Working a lot on my forehand, working on my return, working on my serve always, but just kind of the basics. I like to practice the fundamentals and work on my strengths a lot and try to improve them. And I think just getting more comfortable physically and knowing I can swing out at my serve and forehand, that was a big problem. A year ago, I couldn't just take cuts at the ball because my wrist would just kind of get inflamed and irritated, and I didn't have that confidence to let it go like I do now.
A healthy Reilly Opelka is a problem for the rest of the tour, that's for sure. We're really excited to see you playing mixed doubles at the US Open with Venus. How did that friendship come about between the two of you?
We have a lot in common. We both love tennis. We both love art. We both live in South Florida. I think, we practiced together in West Palm Beach a few times, and then, we're traveling and playing a lot of the same tournaments and go to a lot of museums and art galleries, and a lot of this, we're foodies. We have a lot in common. So it was a great friendship. I've been so lucky, even when I was injured and not in a great spot, just a spot of doubt or not sure what I was going to be doing with myself. She was one of the few people that was, always there, always in my corner, and just amazing friend to have. Not even aside from being a great mentor tennis-wise, just an amazing friend and an amazing human, and gave me a lot of great feedback on life outside of tennis.
So what lessons have you learned from Venus?
They go on and on. I mean, she's got she has an amazing family, balanced life. I mean, really just ride or die with her family and her friends, and just takes care of her team more than anything, and really just enjoys being around her coach, her physio, and just eats, sleeps, and breathes tennis. There's a reason why she, has won so many slams and Wimbledon a million times, and played in the hardest era too as well. So I think I've learned a lot from her in that regard, and also just the tennis life balance. She seems to have it figured out pretty well. You know, she's got when you have as much longevity as her, she's never burnt out. And if you saw her in DC, she was dominating a 23-year-old that's 30 in the world, and was, you know, hadn't played in 2 years and won like 3 and 4 and should have won 2 and 2. It's like insane. So I think she's one of a kind, one of the greatest athletes ever, one of the greatest minds ever.
Yeah, so inspiring to see her out there at her age doing what she does, and to do it with that smile on her face and always dancing and, you know, having a blast.
Totally, yeah, it wouldn't be any other way.
You brought up art. What's trending in the art world right now?
I don't know. I've never focused on trends. I think that's why I've enjoyed it so much. I've always just bought what I loved and looked for the next guy that I love, or next artist. You know, the thing with art that's really cool is you just buy what appeals to you, and you don't really. I've never focused on the trends or what's a consensus hot take. Those are also the artists that are hardest to get. So I really don't pay attention. There's sometimes when I see an artist that I love and I want, and I'm not familiar with their market, and then I get the price tag on it, and I'm like, oh man. I'll pass. But no, it's always been a passion that I've had since I've been on tour.
Buy what you love, not necessarily the investment. That's good advice.
Yeah,
right there.
Art's a terrible investment. I've never sold a painting. I never will sell a painting. So it's just there's zero investment strategy on my end.
Well, you are trending upwards, Reilly. So congratulations once again. Huge win today. Great to see you out there playing so well and being healthy most of all. We wish you the best of luck going forward.
Thank you.